Today, from Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. As we'll see Jared Goff and the Atlanta Falcons taking on Trey Lance and the New York Jets.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New York Jets and the Atlanta Falcons. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they interplay. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should. And what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. Quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. First carry for Kenyon Drake. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They'll run with Drake. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Out of the gun, Goff. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Oh, that's a big let off there on 3rd down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley. And the Jets are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Lance's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Lance. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to, at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. There's Goff. That'll be checked down to Drake. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Well, that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
But that's not a call you see every day. A toss play inside their own 10-yard line. Takes a little bit of brass right there, and they're able to get a little bit of yardage.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lance. And going deep for Hill. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Lance now on first down. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Again, it's Lance. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On the option, here's Drake. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. Boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down. That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in here by Fuller. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Goff. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now they'll let Olawale have a crack at it. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jameis Olawale, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. On second down and 4, Lance.
A route run not just with dexterity but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now Lance. Complete it to Hill.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On first down, Lance. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Lance. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a play fake. Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble. 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the touchdown, Jets. Raheem Mostert hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21-7. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. But the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now gone. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelce. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 50, it's gone. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
It's Kelce on the ground. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A final shot before half for Lance. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. He's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So we've reached half.
Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. On play action, Lance. That's swung out to Mostert. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
We saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. A.J. Epinesa in there to drop him for a loss on the play. Lance looking to throw it. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
2nd and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. Fights loose. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Mostert. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So we get set to start this 3rd quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And now Cooper slow to get up, staying down after that last play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. We'll check on his status when we get back. On On second down, it's Drake. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Right back to Drake. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Now Hill to return it. And a nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 5 now. Lance, and going deep for Hill. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Big yardage that time for the Jets.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 22, Lance. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Jets will extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at that time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Gone.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Watch out for Hill on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create the...
He's got a man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
104 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield.
Touchdown! Raheem Mostert, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Jets are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth-quarter lead.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Micah Parsons in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Goff.
Quickly into the hands of Fuller.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing again is Goff. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Divine Diablo.
20, 10.
Right down there.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. Yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. Off of play action, here's Lance. He is going to find Hill here. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll make it a second down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The Jets on third down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Being chased out left. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll find Lazard here over the middle, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves.
but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Micah Parsons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After the sack on first down, Goff. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd. And through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? Be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. That one taken in by T. Higgins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
These two teams met in Baltimore. You might remember earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1.
A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for Baltimore. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here's a give to Dobbins running right.
Oh, able to avoid him. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get that ball, Let's get that ball right here. Whip. Watch the whip. Flare.
It's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now Wilson rolling to his right. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I'd put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say,
and he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. Play action. It's Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's already found the end zone once in this half, and they do a nice job there pushing him backwards and denied his bid for a second score.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
3rd and goal. Burrow. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the wall. They're able to hold him with 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
And that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. They run for it with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 2nd and inches, Wilson is going to flip one out here to his running back.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From midfield now, here's Wilson.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. There's Wilson to throw.
He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the 2nd half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They go play action with Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Mixon will try the right side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Big 13. Big 13.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. The catch made by Walters. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 21.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they go play action now. Burrow.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Here's Higgins out of the right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Burrow.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Here's Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On the counter now, it's Dobbins.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
on their side of midfield at the 47. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So that now back-to-back drive, CD, that have ended with an interception.
Now, I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Flushed out right. And in for the Ravens touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point. And it's now 17-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Phillips now from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Dobbins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Right back to Dobbins on 1st.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
They'll try to draw here with Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as he'll get to him at about the 33. One score down. Here we go.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run with Mixon, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's at 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Burrow. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Here's Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes us forward for about 6.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Burrow. And the catch made by Walters. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Now Burrow. Going for it all. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, Burrow. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. Here's a run with Mixon, and this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
McPherson on for the point after.
And with that, his guys take the lead here by a point.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
One last shot for Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they fall for the first time this season after
choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Continue ahead to begin your franchise. Use the options on the left to edit league settings or change your role to a player or owner.